Picture the joy of devouring a breakfast treat so indulgent it feels like you're eating one of your favorite cookies for breakfast. What about a frosted snack that had you jumping around like an Australian breakdancer at the Olympics? These beloved favorites were yanked from shelves, leaving behind a generation of disappointed fans. Until now. Let's look at what foods that made a comeback. Be sure to stick around for the last one because nothing stirs up the 90s nostalgia like these chips that taste like they came from another dimension. Betty Crocker's Dunkaroos. Do you remember how much fun it was to dunk your cookies in frosting and eat them that way? Using your fingers to get the leftover icing was even more fun. Betty Crocker's Dunkaroos were introduced in 1990. They were inspired by the trend of fun snack packs you can take to school. They consisted of kangaroo-shaped cookies with a separate compartment of frosting for dipping. They came in all combinations of chocolate or vanilla cookies paired with rich vanilla or chocolate frosting. With slogans like, "You don't just eat 'em, you Dunkaroo," they were fun to eat. Dunkaroos were immensely popular throughout the 1990s and early 2000s. However, due to declining sales, they were discontinued in 2012. After years of fan campaigns and online petitions, General Mills brought back Dunkaroos in 2020. The kangaroo mascot and kangaroo-shaped cookies are gone. New vanilla frosting with rainbow sprinkles and chocolate cookies with double chocolate frosting were introduced. The packaging was updated to appeal to adults and a new generation of snackers.
Dunkaroos, Dunkaroos, you don't just eat your Dunkaroos.
Oreo O cereal. Do you ever wish you could have one of your favorite cookies for breakfast without guilt? Post partnered with Kraft Foods, the parent company of Oreos, to introduce Oreo O's in 1997. The cereal consisted of O-shaped pieces made to taste like the chocolate cookies of an Oreo, with a cream coating to mimic the filling. This was the stuff breakfast dreams were made of, and it had you jumping out of your pajamas. The fun only lasted 10 years, as the cereal was discontinued in the US in 2007 due to the end of the Post and Kraft partnership. Interestingly, the cereal continued to be produced and sold in South Korea, leading to a thriving online market where Americans imported it at premium prices. Post reintroduced Oreo O's to the US in 2017 to delighted fans. The revived version was like the original, though some consumers noted slight differences in taste and texture.
Oh my god. This is way better than I was thinking it would be.
Lifesavers Cream Savers. Do you remember eating Lifesavers candy as a kid? Some of you might remember Grandma giving you a few pieces of the creamy version. Cream Savers was introduced in 1998 as Nabisco's Lifesavers brand spin-off. It was all about offering creamy, smooth flavors in a hard candy form. This candy was a favorite for its rich, indulgent taste and was available in flavors like orange and cream, strawberry and cream, and raspberry and cream. Thanks to its smooth texture, it appealed to older people, but had a broad fan base. Their commercials featured colorful striped donut-shaped lifesavers floating in rivers and waterfalls of creamy milk, and the choir that sounded like from the Lion King singing a relaxing tune positioned the candy as a sophisticated candy treat. Cream Savers gained a solid following throughout the late 1990s and early 2000s. However, they were discontinued in 2011 when Kraft Foods acquired Nabisco and decided to streamline their product offerings. In 2021, Iconic Candy licensed the Cream Savers brand and revived the candy. Today, they offer the two most popular flavors, strawberries and cream and orange and cream. The new version aims to replicate the original taste and texture that fans remember, with packaging that evokes nostalgia while appealing to new customers.
Cream, yes, lifesavers, yeah. Cream Savers.
Nestlé Wonder Ball. What can delight a child more than candy and toys? How about a candy with a toy inside? Nestlé Wonder Ball was introduced in the mid-90s and quickly became a hit for its playful packaging and element of surprise. It was Nestlé's answer to the European Kinder Surprise eggs, which were banned in the US due to their potential choking hazards. The original featured famous characters like Super Mario and Disney figures, adding extra excitement for children. What's in the Wonder Ball kept kids returning, as each contained a mystery. However, Wonder Ball suffered the same criticism as the Kinder Surprise eggs and was discontinued in 2004. Nestlé sold the brand to Frankfurt Candy and Chocolate Company. Frankfurt then discontinued the product shortly after. In 2016, Frankfurt reintroduced the Wonder Ball to the market. The new version contains flavored hard candies and large collectible plastic coins featuring characters from Super Mario. Clearly Canadian. Imagine a drink that captures the essence of crystal clear mountain streams in the Canadian Rockies, infused with vibrant fruit flavors. This is Clearly Canadian, a premium sparkling water beverage introduced first in Canada in 1987 and a year later in the US. Known for its colorful glass bottles and natural fruit flavors like wild cherry, mountain blackberry, and orchard peach, Clearly Canadian rode the wave of 90s health consciousness, positioning itself as a sophisticated alternative to sodas. Their marketing, featuring 90s animated graphics, bottled Canada's natural beauty in a bottle. However, other bottled water competitors and financial missteps led to its decline. Production ceased in 2009. In 2015, fueled by nostalgia and crowdfunding, Clearly Canadian came back. The revived product maintains its core flavors and it's packaged in clear glass bottles to reflect the clean and refreshing taste of the Canadian Rockies.
In 7 natural and wild fruit flavors. Clearly Canadian.
Post Waffle Crisp cereal. Post Waffle Crisp cereal was introduced in 1996. It consisted of small, waffle-shaped pieces with maple syrup flavor. The cereal was made using patented technology that created a unique waffle shape while maintaining a crispy texture and milk. The commercials featured animated grannies working in a factory and making each mini waffle. Homemade waffle taste in every bite, emphasized each waffle crisp was a bite-sized treat. Despite its success, the grannies were put into retirement and were discontinued in 2018. Fortunately, the cereal returned in 2021 for a limited time, and in the summer of 2022, Waffle Crisp permanently returned to the fans' excitement. While the packaging received a modern update, the waffle flavor remained as you remember, making breakfast a little sweeter again, this time without the grannies.
Every bite of Waffle Crisp tastes just like Grandma's homemade waffles and syrup. And how?
You'll love my Waffle Crisp.
Yoplait Trix Yogurt. Imagine a yogurt that's just for kids. Yoplait Trix Yogurt was introduced in the mid-90s as a collaboration between General Mills Trix cereal and Yoplait yogurt. It came in bright, swirled colors that looked like Trix cereal. Flavors included cotton candy, strawberry banana bash, and rainbow swirl. Each cup contained 2 flavors which, when swirled together, dazzled the senses and created a tasty dairy treat. Their slogan exclaimed the familiar "Trix yogurt is not for rabbits, it's for kids." However, it disappeared from shelves in 2016, much to the dismay of 90s kids. Yoplait brought back Trix yogurt in 2021. The revived version includes 2 flavor offerings, strawberry and berry, but retains the same swirled, colorful appearance and fun appeal that made it a hit in the 90s. Trix yogurt is not for rabbits, it's now for adults.
Cool!
Hey, can I have a taste?
Sorry, silly rabbit.
Trix yogurt from Yoplait.
It's just for kids.
Cheetos Paws. Kids in the 90s had big imaginations, and nothing stirred that up like eating Cheetos in the shape of Chester Cheetah's paws. Cheetos Paws, introduced in 1992 by Frito-Lay, made the classic Cheetos snack more fun. They were shaped like small paw prints and had the same cheesy flavor, but a unique, crunchy texture. They still leave that orange dust on your fingers, making them finger-licking good. However, they were discontinued in the early 2000s as Frito-Lay streamlined its product offerings. After years of fan requests, Frito-Lay brought back Cheetos Paws in 2019. While the recipe remains unchanged, the updated packaging and renewed marketing efforts helped them find their place again in the snack aisle.
I thought they were new, but I guess they had them out years ago. So 2 thumbs up for Cheetos Paws.
French Toast Crunch. It's the weekend, and you want something syrupy like French toast fast without making a mess in the kitchen. This beloved breakfast treat is General Mills French Toast Crunch. They were introduced in 1995 as a spin-off of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Designed to taste like miniature pieces of French toast, the cereal consists of small, toast-shaped pieces flavored with maple syrup and cinnamon. The ads were a staple in 90s Saturday morning cartoons. They featured cool kids in over-the-top colorful sets with extreme close-ups exclaiming, "It's French toast my way," with a crunch. It was popular throughout the late 1990s and early 2000s. However, it was discontinued in the US in 2006, but remained available in Canada. After years of fan campaigns and online petitions, General Mills brought French Toast Crunch back to the US in 2014. The relaunch aimed to recreate the original flavor and appearance that fans remembered. While the product remained the same, the packaging was updated to appeal to nostalgic adults and a new generation of cereal lovers.
And it let people know that, hey, this entire dish was kind of conceptualized with Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Doritos 3D. The 90s was a time when everything was extreme. You couldn't settle for boring flat chips. In the mid-90s, Frito-Lay introduced Doritos 3D. Imagine taking an air pump, inflating a Doritos chip, and puffing it up to a three-dimensional triangular shape with a hollow center. This unique creation gave them a lighter, crunchier texture than regular Doritos. They came in classic flavors like nacho cheese and Cool Ranch. Doritos 3D was popular throughout the late 90s and early 2000s, and people especially appreciated its novel form. However, they were discontinued in the mid-2000s, much to fans' disappointment. In late 2020, Frito-Lay announced the return of Doritos 3D. The revived version, Doritos 3D Crunch, aims to capture the essence of the original while updating it for modern taste. The new 3D Doritos come in two new flavors, Spicy Ranch and Chili Cheese Nacho. Fans say the latest version has a slightly different shape and texture compared to the original, described as more of a crunchy shell than a puffy chip.
And this is not a chip. They call this a flavored corn snack.
There you have it. If you enjoyed this video, watch some more. YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video.